In this presentation, we will cover the challenges of administrative leadership. As anyone with any kind of leadership experience knows, whether it be in a formal role in an organization or as a leader of a volunteer organization, attempts to change and direct group behavior can be frustrating. Overcoming member resistance requires the ability to convey a sense of larger issues, mission, and the needs that justify the existence of the organization. Today we are going to cover the roles of administrative leadership. Each of these roles helps administrators deal with the challenges of administrative leadership. There are several roles an administrator must play in dealing with the challenges of administration. The public administrator must be a director. This role includes bringing coherence to the diverse activities within the organization, defining the nature of the problems that need to be addressed, reconciling personal and organizational goals, and persuading those responsible within an organization to direct their work toward a common goal. In this role, the administrator needs to make sure that the goals of the individual within the organization align with the goals of the organization. This role helps make sure the different parts of the organization are working toward a common objective, and this role limits the conflicts that come up when it comes to trying to reach goals. The administrator also has to be a motivator. This role includes inspiring followers in a positive way, using a combination of incentives appropriate to the interests of those doing the work, and building cohesiveness in the organization through member satisfaction and raising the public service quality standards. A motivated workforce can do more to reach the goals of the organization, and this role helps with the problems related to motivating workers and raising quality standards. The next role of the public administrator is the coordinator. As a coordinator, the administrator needs to synchronize the varied functions and tasks of an increasingly specialized task force, increasingly specialized staff members. As coordinator, the administrator needs to effectively delegate tasks to subordinates. This role helps with problems related to communication issues by making sure that the left hand knows what the right hand is doing. Continuing with other roles of the public administrator, the administrator has to act as an innovator, a gladiator, and a crisis manager. As an innovator, the administrator provides a spark to the organization when needed, while also understanding when members expect to be told what to do. This role is related to director and helps the organization implement new ideas. An administrator also has to be a gladiator, which is an odd term to use for a public administrator, but it'll make more sense when I explain. The gladiator role requires the administrator to represent the organization's views to an external environment. This role involves serving as an advocate in an advocacy role when the organization seeks to secure additional resources or when they seek to maintain the resources it already has. The public administrator often has to defend the organization to elected officials, like when a fire chief has to talk to city council about why closing a station in town is not a good idea, or when a police chief has to explain to a city council why cutting the budget for the local police would be detrimental for the community. The gladiator role helps with maintaining the support of the community and among elected officials. Finally, the last role on our list is crisis manager. As a crisis manager, the public administrator has to respond to various types of crises, whether it be military, economic, or natural disasters. In this role, the administrator defends the organization against external attempts to diminish its power. This role can help mitigate the effects of a crisis and may also help fight efforts to downsize the organization. So let's turn our focus a little more into some specific challenges of administrative leadership. And let's come back to downsizing. Downsizing is an important challenge that faces public administrators as current fiscal pressures on organizations have created the need for downsizing in many places, which forces administrators to try to maintain quality standards while working with fewer resources. Reductions in force, also known as RIFs, can lead to organizational decline if not well managed. It can be difficult for the administrator to maintain organizational morale when faced with these challenges. But the roles discussed here, such as director and innovator, can help. Another problem worth noting is the one of tunnel vision. This challenge results from a fear of mistakes, missed deadlines, and a focus on narrow work environments. This limits the ability of the administrator to see the organization's activities as a whole. Acting in the role of director and some of the other roles discussed here can help the administrator see the big picture and avoid tunnel vision. In this presentation, we covered the challenges of administrative leadership and the roles that the public administrator has to play when facing those challenges. These challenges include, this includes how these roles of administrators help deal with the challenges of conflicting goals, worker motivation, quality standards, communication issues, implementing new ideas, maintaining support from the community and among elected officials, downsizing, and tunnel vision.